Welcome back to another episode of Amir Sessions, where we talk about mental health, motivation, and just real shit that goes on in today's society. Guys, please make sure that you pay the fee. And what I mean by that is if you like the show and you like this episode, just share it on social media. Give me a shout out on your Instagram stories, Snapchat, whatever the case may be. Send it to a friend if you think that they need to hear it. We grow on here completely organically, so I would be extremely, extremely grateful for that. And make sure to keep up to date on everything going on by following me on Instagram at amirs.sessions and on YouTube at Amir Sessions Podcast. The link to both of those will be posted in the episode detail. Guys, if you're new, welcome and get ready to challenge the way that you think and live your life. If not, you already know what time it is. It is time for the quote of the podcast. And today's quote is going to be, don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. You can go as far as your mind lets you. Mary Cash Ash. Right? So today I want to talk about becoming an unstoppable force as well as an immovable object. That is the goal of today's episode. I want you to learn to continue to run through anything and everything with no object to stop, to allow yourself not to be fazed by the things that happen in life, right? Now, it's okay to allow yourself to feel your emotions. However, don't allow them to inhibit you from your path. Right. This is something that I've been doing a lot lately, doing a lot of soul searching, figuring out what a goal is of mine, figuring out what I want, and then setting course for that goal with that mindset of I'm not letting anything stop me from achieving this goal, right? Like I'm not going to let anything stop me. You know why? Because I deserve it. Because life is bigger than what we want. Our life is bigger than what we need. It's about what we want, right? I remember a point in my life where I was letting the things in life happen to me and not for me, where I went with the flow of life. Now, in certain situations, right, it calls for going with the flow, but then you have an excuse or something to blame when something doesn't go in your direction or someone doesn't do the things that you expected them to do, right? And when you move in life with a sense of blame towards other people and other things, it's going to be much harder for you to grow and develop into a better person, into a happier person. It sounds redundant, but when you throw blame onto yourself, it gives you a sense of control, right? It allows you to make change. Now, don't self victimize and put yourself down and allow people to pity. But when you throw this self control onto yourself, you are aware the next time the situation arises. You know how to move accordingly. I feel like when, this person doesn't act how I expected them to act, or a situation doesn't turn out how I want it to turn out, if I'm just like, and by putting the blame on myself, I don't necessarily mean by, oh, it's all my fault. Oh, I'm so stupid, or like that self deprecation. But what I mean by, okay, there are some things that I could have done to control that better, or things that I could have done to avoid that. It's all good. Next time that situation arises, I will know how to move accordingly. I know how to move correctly. I know how to move without that same mistake happening again. That's what I mean by putting blame on yourself, because when you self-deprecate and you talk down on yourself, it's not good. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good in your perception of yourself and your perception of life, because you wouldn't allow somebody to talk like that to your best friend or to your significant other or to one of your siblings or to one of your parents or one of your best friends. I don't know if I said that already, but you shouldn't allow that self-talk to happen to yourself. So I want to tell you 10 things I believe that people need to realize, and I believe that people realize too late in life, and what I believe is going to help you become more self-aware, right? What's going to help you become that unstoppable force as well as that immovable object, right? So number 1, your life is too short to be unhappy for 5 days in a week in exchange for 2 days of freedom. Right. What I mean by that is your job, right? And job stands for just over broke. You don't want to limit yourself And I understand sometimes we got to do the things that we need to do in order to do the things that we want to do. But make sure that that's not, you're not stuck in the hamster wheel of make sure that you have a plan of getting out of there, having a plan of getting something better, having a plan of living a better life. Because trust me, being unhappy for 5 days of the week and then being happy and you work Monday through Friday, you're finally happy. Friday comes and you're like, it's my last day. Now Saturday you get to enjoy yourself, but you're so busy catching up on chores or things that you need to get done, all those errands, cleaning your house. And then you're like, oh, but I also want to hang out with my friends. And then Sunday comes around and you're just dreading the fact that you have to go back into work the next day and you got to go to sleep early to make sure you wake up early to go to work or school. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Number two, excuse me. The worst addiction in the world is not alcohol. It's not gambling. It's not drugs. It is comfort. Being comfortable where you're at is so ridiculously dangerous that it has become a norm in our society. Oh, I want to live comfortably. Oh, I'm comfortable where I'm at, or I'm too scared, or I'm too anxious, or I'm too nervous, or I'm insecure to do the thing that I actually want to do. It becomes so dangerous because we get into a cycle of that comfortability and we're genuinely living a life that we actually don't want to live. So, guys, get out of your comfort. And that's going to lead me into number three. Your dream life is always going to be outside of your comfort zone. Y'all, do y'all think your favorite celebrities got to where they're at because of their comfort zone? No, they had to step out, regardless if they're famous for the right or wrong reasons. Trust me, they stepped out of their comfort zone to do what they did to become where they are at, right? To become who they are, to get to where they are at. So we have to step outside of our comfort zone. Will Smith said it best. Everything great in our lives lies on the other side of fear, right? So we got to get on that other side of fear, right? Number four, if you want to improve your relationships, you have to work on yourself first, right? I'm going to be doing a little bit more in depth calls, or not calls, episodes for working through your struggle. I'm going to be doing more in depth episodes of working through your struggles, right? Now, if you're wondering, how can I improve on myself first? I want you to go back to some of the earlier episodes: fear, discipline, striving for greatness, having a winning mentality, the internal debate of can or can't. You just got to go back into these other episodes and tap into those and actually apply them into your life. Another great thing that I'm going to suggest is reading the book It's All in Your Head by Russ. Right? No, this is not a sponsorship, but I absolutely love that book. And I know a lot of people hate reading, but it's honestly a really, really, really easy book to read. I think let me go take a look at it real quick. It's only 100 something pages and they're very short chapters. There's only 18 chapters, right? So some of these chapters literally have 5 pages in them. Some of them have 10. It's a very, very easy read. And the only reason why there's so many pages is because the words are big, right? So it's a bigger text, bigger font. And Russ is an amazing artist. And he just talks about getting out of your own head and actually accomplishing the things that you set forth in life. Number five, slaving away at your job that you hate isn't quote unquote. I'm never going to be one to hate on the hustling grind, the lifestyle, the mentality, whatever. But working that 9 to 5 at Bilo or the grocery store or whatever the case may be isn't hustling. You're still playing that cycle of society. You're still in that trap. Still in that trap. Hustling is building a business or building that website or building that podcast or networking or having that side real estate, stuff like that, investing. That's going to be hustling, grabbing the money that you're making from your job, using it to fund your business, have your business fund your lifestyle. Right? Your job, your income to fund your business, to fund your lifestyle. Number six, everything in life is temporary. So if things are going well, fully enjoy it because it won't last forever. But if things are going bad, it's the same thing, family. Don't worry. and never give up, because that can't last forever either. It will come to pass. You just got to weather the storm, right? Number 7, your expectations in life are robbing you of your happiness. Change your expectations to appreciations, and you'll be able to live a much happier life. Because, like I said earlier in this podcast, expectations just are going to lead to disappointment. Now, it's more than okay, and it's to be expected to have goals and whatnot. But expecting things of people, or excuse me, expecting things from people or situations in which you have no control over will almost always lead to this, because you can't expect those things. But if you appreciate the availability, the possibility, the opportunity for those things and those people, you will live a much happier life. Right? Number 8, life is all about quality over quantity. One good friend is far better than countless fake friends. So look around in your life. What do you have in excess that you don't necessarily need? Cut it off, and quality over quantity. That's all I got to say about that. Right. Number 9, if you're not happy now, more money will not make you more happy. Find happiness in what you already have. Now, look, I understand. I truly believe that money doesn't bring happiness. It is a very false quote. I think whoever said that never lived a bad lifestyle, right? I do think that money can bring, or money can be a source of happiness, but never allow it to be your happiness. That has to come internally. I believe that money can take off a lot of stress in life. And I truly believe that. But you got to be happy with who you are now, and what you have now, and who you have now in your life. And money should be excess on top of that. It should be a bonus. It should be a plus. It should be an additive, right? Because trust me, if you're chasing the money, it will run and not towards you. But if you chase other things in life, like your goals and a happy, healthy family, maybe a happy, healthy lifestyle, maybe to become more religious, or to become a better person, money will follow. I promise. It's like when you're not looking for love, that's when you happen to find it. Same thing here. And number 10, and this is probably one of the most important ones. You just got to start. Doesn't matter how, where, with who, or on what. Just do something, and it will all start to unravel on its own. And sometimes you find that when it unravels, it's a very short, route. Maybe it's a very long route. Maybe it's a route that you look back and you're like, I probably shouldn't have. But you will never know unless you do. So you have to take that chance. You have to take that opportunity, because I promise you, if you don't, you will regret it. Regret is a strong and powerful emotion, ladies and gentlemen. Do not allow it to overcome your life. You have to just do. People talk about caterpillars becoming butterflies as if they just get into a cocoon, slap on some wings, and they're good to go. Did you know that once a butterfly actually gets into its cocoon, it has to literally dissolve into a disgusting pile of goo to become a butterfly? It's a part of the process. It's a part of your process, your journey. As TD Jake says, one of my favorite speakers, I'm going to include a clip, and it's going to play now.
Never met anybody who became incredibly successful in any area of their life until they had suffered and sweated and sacrificed and kept their focus and fought through tears and trials and tests. And if you have a dream and you commit to it, it will come to prayer.
Guys, that is amazing. You can hear the passion. You can hear the strength, the willpower, the intention in his voice. TD Jakes is a perfect example of being an unstoppable force as well as an immovable object. Do you think anything that God throws it at him? You think anything that life throws at him? Do you think he's going to allow that to stop him? No. He knows that it's a part of his journey. He knows that it's going to beat him down and may even turn him into that quote unquote disgusting pile of goo that caterpillars go through to become butterflies. But if we push through and persevere and know that it's a part of the process and a part of our journey, we will become better for it and we will become successful at some type. So, guys, that's where I'm going to end this episode off at. Much love, family. I hope you gained some value from this episode. And if nobody has told you lately, I am proud of you. Right. Don't forget to follow me on the gram at Amir Sessions. And for y'all listeners, not on the YouTube channel, make sure you go tune in at Amir Sessions podcast. Link is below. Let's get our shit together. Pay the fee, share it if you like it. Also, give me a rating to a genuine, honest rating. I would greatly appreciate that. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.